Hello everyone, the topic of today's video is overcoming self-hatred. Many of you have told me that you have trouble accepting yourself and having confidence in your own abilities. And it appears like self-hatred happens every day. I'm going to give you 5 useful tips today to help you get through it and get past it. The first piece of advice I can give is to keep in mind that beliefs are not facts. Just take a moment to process that. The things we may believe do not necessarily imply that they are true. And I would urge you, and this is going to sound really strange, but if you notice certain things that you're saying about yourself, specific self-hating statements that you keep repeating to yourself, I want you to discover proof to refute those if you decide to write them down. Facts support the claim that this is untrue. I realize this seems ridiculous, but it can actually be really useful. Additionally, it doesn't fully explain why this strategy works so well, but it's a sly method of encouraging you to think positively. Hoo-hoo, you're so cunning. The second advice is to become aware of your self-talk and try to alter it. I know I bring this up a lot, and you're probably tired of hearing about it, but the way we speak to ourselves matters a great deal. And if you are constantly criticizing yourself in your brain, we'll need to start taking action to stop it. And that can begin with only 1 or 2 things you say during the day that are complimentary of you. Anything for which you are grateful. Anything you excelled at. Whatever it is, I don't care. Something favorable about you or in some way related to you. Let's try to incorporate those first. Let's try to make these a little bit more balanced, as we know that it takes 5 positives to cancel out 1 negative. The third piece of advice I offer is to continually be aware of and endeavor to improve how we think of others. Are we passing judgment on unrelated people? Whenever someone crosses the street, do you catch yourself saying, "Oh my God, look at that person"? Because it doesn't have to be simply our own self-talk, take note of that and then attempt to modify it as well. In all honesty, our mood might alter depending on the discussions that we have with ourselves during the day. Can alter our self-assurance, self-perception, and understanding of the world. Therefore, if you catch yourself thinking negatively about a stranger or putting out negative energy, I challenge you to try what I did, which has proven to be very effective. Whenever I catch myself doing something negative or thinking negatively about someone, I make myself force myself to think positively about them. Let's say that as a complete stranger crosses the street, I find his clothing to be absolutely ridiculous. Then I automatically push myself to think of something encouraging. And consider, he must genuinely enjoy the attire. Possibly one of his favorites is that. He exudes such assurance. That is simply incredible. I'm forcing myself to see the bright side. Your entire mood may alter as a result. Owning up to your mistakes is the fourth piece of advice. Nobody is flawless. They are the aspects of ourselves that we all dislike. Owning the actions we take that we regret is something that has greatly benefited me. Discussing them in treatment, identifying them, placing a name on them, then becoming familiar with them. Because I'll be able to live with them better the more I understand them and the more I get to know them. Or deal with them or get through them. Therefore, I believe it is preferable to sort of hit them head on rather than fully avoiding them or denying the idea that you have any defects at all. Like, I think I'm incredibly stubborn. Therefore, I work in my head with myself and say, "You're going to give in right now," whenever I catch myself digging in for a reason that I can't think of. That's what's going to happen. You're going to apologize for being stubborn. And I do it because I know how I am. I know how my brain works. And obviously it takes practice, because it's a process, not perfection. But the fact that we're just working on it, being aware of our faults, and learning to better manage them is a huge step. Making apologies is the 5th and last approach to overcome self-hatred. Nothing may worsen our emotions than when a circumstance or a relationship goes sour. Get awful and ugly quick. And we believe we should have apologized if we had done something wrong. I've heard from a lot of my friends and fans that they tend to dwell on and relive situations, almost as if we were repeatedly hurting ourselves. "Oh, I was such a shit and I shouldn't have said that," etc. I kept repeating, "I'm such a bad person, oh my God," and other such phrases. I challenge you to think of a time when you wounded someone else and it still bothers you. That you need to make amends because you're upset. Dial a number, text someone, try to get in touch with them. While we have no influence over other people's actions, we do have power over our own. And even when we're quite nervous and unsure of whether they'll take it, I believe that saying, "I'm sorry," is incredibly powerful and a truly learning experience. However, we must take ownership of our actions and attempt to make apologies. Because once we've done that, the injury-related scenario replaying that causes us to keep harming ourselves will end. And it, by itself, has the power to dramatically alter our life. I sincerely hope this was useful. I am aware that every single one of us has experienced self-hatred at some point. And because we all need a little reminder from time to time, I hope these 5 simple techniques will help you boost your own self-love and self-confidence. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.